Views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today, 724-438-4593. Looking forward to chatting with each and every one of you today. What's on Your Mind is brought to you by Tireman's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping. Alrighty, couple things on my list here. And again, it's my list. If there's something else you want to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz. So I think it was Mark yesterday brought up the amount of tariffs that has come in, and he thought it was, we brought in more tariff money than what the country spent. I don't think that's the case. However, I can tell you that the country has collected $150 billion in tariffs since the beginning of the year. June saw $27 billion collected in tariffs. July, 28, and this is so far in July, $28 billion in July. Back in January, it was not even $8 billion had been collected. The funds that are collected, it goes into the general treasury. So it's not designated for any specific purpose. I know we've talked about, it's been mentioned on this show by some listeners, to take that tariff money and apply it towards the debt. And I'd be okay with that. But right now it's just going into the general treasury. All righty here. Let's see what else. Okay, this kind of has flown under the radar a little bit, but President Trump recently signed a new executive order. It's aimed at homelessness in this country. And this executive order was intended to bring a civil commitment. So in other words, homeless people can be committed to a hospital if they are determined to, and this is without their permission too, by the way, this can take place. But if they're determined to be a danger to themselves or to others, be put in institutions against their will. So this is kind of flying under, President Trump. He's trying to deal with the homelessness crisis in this country. And I understand, there's, as always, there's two sides to any story. One is people that are going to be up in arms that says, you can't do that to people. You can't force them into some kind of jail, so to speak, without their permission. You can't do that. That's going against their free will. They can do what they want. You can't put them into some kind of institution. And I understand that argument. There's also the other argument of it's a health hazard. not only to the homeless, especially when we're talking about homeless encampments, but it's a health hazard to others. California has spent $20 billion on the problem of homelessness. And Governor Newsom has recently come out and said, yeah, it's not working. We have to get rid of the encampments now. So your thoughts on all of this? Is this something that is needed? Is there a better way? You know, if you have a son or daughter that's homeless, and there's a couple reasons behind homelessness. One is financial. You know, you've lost your job for whatever reason, can't get a job. You've lost your home as a result, and you have nowhere else to go. So you're living on the streets. And the other one is mental. You know, drug addiction. And other mental disabilities, we'll say, that bring about homelessness. So if your son or daughter, though, is out on the streets, living in one of those encampments where there is no sanitary measure, there is no running water, there are no bathrooms, there are no showers, no refrigerators to, keep food fresh. If you have a son or daughter that's living in those conditions for whatever reasons, whether they have cognitive problems, mental problems, or financial problems, do you really care if they're going to be put in some kind of institution where they're going to be safe and hopefully getting treatment? If you're that parent, do you care that it's against their will? So I guess I'm asking you to weigh in on this. What are your thoughts on this? Here I know in Fayette County we do have homelessness. It's kind of hidden away. We kind of know where it is, where they are, but it's not it's a problem, but it's not a problem that makes the evening news. So maybe we don't see the need for that here, for this executive order. We don't see the need for it here in Fayette County. But on the whole, what's your thoughts? What's your opinion? Is this just going way overboard and it's so totally un-American that you're just completely and totally against it? Or do you like the idea? So give me a buzz on that. Let me see. There was over the weekend in Cincinnati, there was, it really wasn't a riot, but it was in the early mornings. It was outside a popular club. And, it basically, to be best described, as a mob attacked a couple, man and a woman. I mean, beat him, stomped on him. She was hit and knocked out. There were a lot of bystanders that did absolutely nothing. And Cincinnati police say they received one phone call to 911 about this fight. So so I guess a couple questions here. Is 911 kind of gotten to the point where, I'm not going to call because somebody else is calling and I don't want to tie up the line? Is that where we are with 911? And we had, again, bystanders standing around, not doing anything, didn't come to the aid at all of this couple. Just stood around, probably with their phone in hands, filming it. So again, if we get to the point where 911 is maybe not effective, and two, are we that callous in society anymore that we've thrown out the door the willingness to help those that are in threatening conditions and not helping? You know, it's one thing to help those that have had in a disaster. And I think Americans still do that, and they do that quite well. They step up and they help their neighbor, and contributions pour in to help communities. But when it comes to something like this, with a fight of some kind, a disturbance, do we just sit in the background anymore and watch it and go tisk, 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 and oh, what a shame, shouldn't happen, and we leave it at that and walk away? So there's that. Let's see here, what else? In business, Norfolk Southern, and I know there's a lot of people in this area that work for the railroad Norfolk Southern. Well, you were just bought. Your company was just bought for $85 billion. Union Pacific Railroad bought Norfolk Southern. They're merging. It will create the first transcontinental railroad in the country. This will be combining 50,000 miles of track that will span coast to coast. So there's that. The stock in Norfolk Southern, they're offering about the deal is about $43 above what it is currently trading at. And then the last one here, I want your opinion on this one as well. Some legislatures in Harrisburg are proposing a bill. They're joining several other states in the country with similar pending legislation, but they're proposing a bill that will prohibit law enforcement from using or wearing masks, to hide their identities when conducting arrests or raids. This is in response to immigration ICE agents when doing making arrests. A lot of them are wearing masks, and that is in response to, according to ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement Agency, since the beginning of the year, there's an 833% increase in assaults on ICE agents. So they're using it as a way to protect their identities, the identities of their families, and doxing concerns, find out where they live and broadcast it so people know where these agents live. So on one hand, the ICE agents say it's to protect their identities and the safety of their loved ones. Those against them wearing masks or proponents of such legislation are saying, hey, you don't know that this is really police. A lot of times they're not wearing identification. They could say they're police, but it could be some kind of gang for all we know. So I understand it. So your point, your thoughts. Should this legislation go forward? And if so, how do you suggest that law enforcement protect themselves, if you will, from incidents of being assaulted, doxing, the naming of where they live, their address, their phone numbers, their emails, that of their family members. So how do we handle that? So that's on my list. Of course, there's the Fayette County Fair, Pirate baseball, Steeler football as well we can chat about, and just about anything else as well, including the weather. So 724-438-4593. Let's get a call in before my break, shall we? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Russell, holy crap, you gave us so much to think about. I hope Michael Peter, my biggest fan, is listening. But my first thing I'd like to address is the lack of intervene in the couple that was being beaten up.
Yeah.
If it was a mob, I can almost see, unless you were a big husky Marine or something, you don't know if they're armed. Very likely could have been. And you might end up being victim number 3. But there's nothing to keep you from calling 911. If that incident has already been reported, 911 will tell you that.
Right.
Okay. And I think they'd rather have the call to send aid rather than, I don't think they get upset because they have to say this is already handled.
Right.
Okay?
Uh-huh. So, in other words, err on the side of caution as far as calling 911.
Yeah, just call them. They'll tell you if they already know. Yep. The phone call will take seconds.
Right.
Okay? And that's happened to me before. There was a down tree on some route someplace, and I called 911. They said, already been aborted. Click. You know?
Yeah.
That was all there was to that. I'm not familiar enough with the masking thing, but the solution, I would think, is to make sure that all ICE agents are properly uniformed. And have some sort of visible ID, a badge, or whatever. And, because in this day and age, anybody can find out anything from you from the all-powerful internet.
So part of this legislation, and I didn't mention it, part of the legislation does require that, uniform of some kind of visible identification has to be there. So does that...
that should solve the problem then, you know what I mean? It's like that, otherwise it's a conundrum, So
in other words, as long as they're fully identifiable through a uniform...
Some of their means, I can understand they want to protect themselves. Have there been rampant abuses of ICE agents?
A lot of times, when you see the big raids anyway... on the news, yes, you do see a lot of them wearing some kind of face mask.
No, I mean the ICE agents have misused their capacity.
Oh, yeah, that I can't speak to.
Yeah, that's what I was confused. So I'm not sure where this came from. If every I don't know, but I don't know enough about anything. I know nothing about something, Russell. That's all I can say. Okay, but that's all I got.
Yeah, now so. Let's turn this around a little bit, though, Leanne.
Yes, sir.
Last summer, when in the summer fort, when there were so many riots going on, especially on the college campuses, a lot of the protesters that were causing damage were they themselves wearing a mask of some kind. And so there is proposed legislation out there saying wearing a mask during a protest should be illegal.
Holy smokes, Russell, everything's going to be illegal. Of course, like I said, I've never experienced that. I kind of, because news is so depressing, I tend to stay away from it.
Okay.
But boy, that's a conundrum,
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do type of thing.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. Plus, that's like writing the letter of complaint and not signing it. It's like I want to protest, but I don't want you to know that I'm doing it.
and police say, "Oh no, you can't wear it because we need. If you do vandalism, we need to be able to identify you. So therefore, you can't wear a mask." Is that argument?
Yeah, well, I'm afraid I associate masks in general as someone has a uniform on with a bank robber. So, someone who's up to no good. But this world is getting wild, Russell. All I want to do is go look at sleeping piggies.
Okay. Well, maybe there's some up at the fair this year. I don't know yet. I'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah. I remember visiting the fair a long time ago, and I was like, look, when the pigs sleep, their tails come uncurled.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's a muscle, so it relaxes, and I'm like, well, I hope my tail comes uncurled when I sleep too. Who knows? And I'm sure you've taken endless jokes about your chair breaking like that was your fault.
Well, Josh just came back from the fair today.
I knew it.
Yes, and Diane, he said, he's got they'll have things set up tomorrow. I says, did you pick out my chair that's going to fall out from under me? And he said, absolutely.
Absolutely, and
yeah.
they're merciless at that radio station. I'm telling you.
That's
But
okay.
anyway, I don't want to take up all your call time. So thank you for listening.
I don't have a problem with them, because if I can't take a joke, then I shouldn't be able to give one back out. So,
I suppose, but I think revenge is sweet. So get 'em, Russ.
Yeah,
Get 'em.
one way or another. Okay. Hey, Leanne, thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, both lines are open, 724-438-4593. We'll take some of those calls right after this.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Bright Stripe, Fayette County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
The Somerset Trust Day and Fayette County Food Bank Day are happening at the Fayette County Fair Tuesday. Bring at least 3 canned goods and get in free until 2 p.m. The fair opens at 10 a.m. and one general admission ticket gets you everything. Heart-pounding rides, top-notch entertainment, and non-stop family fun. All for $20 at the gate. Come early and pay $17 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday's lineup has something for everyone. The 4-H Horse Fun Show kicks off the fair in the morning. The carnival rides fire up at 3 p.m. Don't miss the Diaper Derby at 5:30 p.m. For speed enthusiasts, check out the ATV and side-by-side obstacle course at 7 p.m. in the outdoor arena. Or sit back and enjoy Variety Pack, an American band bringing a bold blend of classic rock, country, and party hits starting at 8:30. Don't miss a moment of the action. Ticket and schedule details at FayetteFair.com. The Fayette County Fair, July 24th through August 2nd.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional. Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so no waiting. Give me a buzz. Would love to chat with you. Whether it's any of the topics that I brought up, something else you want to chat about, that's fine by me. Or, I don't know. Tell a story. That's fine by me. I just, this attack in Cincinnati, I do find it disturbing. I don't know what caused it. I don't know why. I think police themselves, they don't know why. I don't know how fast they responded because they're saying it was they got just one 911 call. So I don't know all the circumstances behind it, but the fact that there were a bunch of people standing around doing nothing except watching this beatdown take place. I don't know how severely injured the couple were. She was apparently knocked unconscious. He was down on the ground getting kicked and stomped on, had a bloody head. Beyond that, that's all. But I just find that disturbing. And I would hope, and of course, it's easy to say this from the safety of the studio right now. But I'd like to think that I would have stepped in somehow and tried to, diffuse the situation, help those that were getting beat. I like to think that's what I would do. I don't know. Again, it's the safety of the studio. You're out in the real world where it's actually happened. I don't know. It's disturbing. It really is. I don't know if this is an isolated thing. If this how American society is trending. I don't know. So, your thoughts on that. Also, we'll bring up President Trump's executive order concerning homelessness. So the article I was reading concerning about this, the author, he talks about how he's a journalist and he was doing a story on homelessness, and he was in the Kensington section of Philadelphia. Now I've heard that section many times in the news. It is a, well, to put it nicely, a wasteland. High crime, high drug use, the whole bit. So this writer, he sees a person down, appears to be lifeless. He doesn't know. He calls 911. So an EMT shows up at the scene, and he gets out of the ambulance, the emergency vehicle, and he gets out, kind of looks around, and as the author describes it, with kind of a look of disgust on his face, like, all right, who called this in? Kind of like, why are you bothering me with this? Now, he did go and do his job, and the guy, the victim was not dead. He had OD'd. He was brought back with Narcan. And then the EMT gets yelled at by the victim because, well, he ruined his expensive high. So on one hand, it's like, okay, if you just don't care about yourself, why should we? But that's awful? I don't know. I don't even know if cynical's the word. That's just awful. It's just awful. Shouldn't we all care about our fellow human beings? I know it's you don't want to confront it. You don't want to think it's in your backyard. You don't want to, for lack of whatever, there go I, you don't want to confront the possibility of, well, that could be me someday. And so you turn your head. You don't want to get involved. You don't care. But shouldn't we? Shouldn't we care? Even if it's just a little bit about our fellow human beings, and hoping that, maybe by helping this time, for whatever reason, they're able to turn their life around, get the help they need. I don't know. Do we just because they're in a section of town that, well, you don't go to and therefore you don't see, that we forget about them and we stop trying? And isn't this what this executive order, isn't this about trying to help, even if they don't want it? Shouldn't we try to help still? Shouldn't we? I hate to say force the help on them, but maybe by doing that, something starts to click, and they start saying, you know what, I don't want to live this way anymore. So I don't know if this executive order is the answer. I think it might be part of the answer. And again, I brought this up at the beginning of the show. If you're a parent and it's your child who's living in those awful conditions, do you care that you're taking them out of there against their will? Do you care that by doing so, you're going against their wishes, even though it's going to get them help somehow, some way? And the hopes that your child will come back to being the person that you always hoped they would be? So I'm sure as this becomes more and more knowledgeable, this executive order, the president's going to get a bunch of, hate mail. But I think it also shows that he's trying to make the lives of all Americans better. Not just, a select few. Your thoughts?
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ. You staying cool, brother?
Ah, absolutely. Hey, it's a great day. It's not too hot. I'm loving it. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, I don't know if it's not too hot. We're under a heat advisory. Come on, Russ.
No, it's not too hot today. I'm fine.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right.
Okay, first thing about the home, I think that you have to try something. So I don't see where this is anything that anybody should become unhinged about.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to try different areas to get these people off the street and get them help, even if it works on a percentage of those there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's worth a try. I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, if it works, let's just say there's 10 people out there and 3 of them take advantage of it, that just helped.
Yeah.
I mean,
mm-hmm.
and that's my thoughts on it. But second thing that I did want to discuss is a bill that he signed into law recently, the Genius Bill. Did you hear about this? Do you know anything about this?
No, I do not.
The crypto, it's not the crypto, it's digital.
Okay.
Digital currency. I encourage anybody that doesn't know about this to please look this up, because this is going to be how your dollar goes bye-bye. Everybody is talking about the BRICS nations and how we have to look out for them. It's like, as a kid, you ever have an older brother that says, watch my right, and he hits you with the left? This is what this is. They're telling you, look out for the BRICS. They're the bad guys. and know the bad guys are right in front of us, because what's going to happen is they're going to try and do away with the dollar. They're going to devalue the dollar. How they're going to do that is all the trillions of dollars that you're going to add into the national debt. You're devaluing the dollar. The dollar gets devalued, so they look for a replacement. And we have all these people, and it was the right idea for a while. Buy silver and gold. That's not even going to help you, because it's going to be digital currency. They're going to say that Russ Rhodes worked 40 hours this week. This is in his account, and if this happens, we'll take his taxes out, we'll take this out, and we'll determine how much Russ goes home with at the end of the year. This is what this is all about. It's very scary. People coming from the far right, Christian right, will say this is end times. I would say, yeah, probably is. But this is where this is all leading to. Your digital currency, you work 40 hours, you get money from Social Security, whatever it is, it's going to come in here, and they're going to see exactly what you have, and they're going to take out exactly what they want to take out. You're going to depend on them. So it's pretty scary. People need to look that up. Okay. That's something I encourage people to do. One other thing, the talking about the hillbilly, I know that the Democratic Radio Hour is on here for an hour. They have an hour program every week, the Democratic Radio Hour.
Yeah.
You are more of a conservative. You have 2, 4, 6 hours a week, but you are basically I couldn't say employed by the station. You're okayed by the station to have that. Okay, correct?
Yeah, correct.
I mean, you're right. So now we have an individual who comes on who gets 4 hours a week. I grew up listening to WMBS because I lived in the area. I remember radio programs, Bob Foltz, different others. They were all a part of the radio station. I never remember anybody coming on and getting 4 hours of radio time. And that's why he doesn't want to take any calls, because he's buying this time. And it's like a propaganda thing. He buys the time, pushes out what he wants to push out. But the question I have is to the station themselves. If Brian is listening, why are we giving somebody, are we in that bad of a need for programs that we're allowing somebody to come on and buy 4 hours a week of programming? There's shows that could be on here that would be a great advantage to the people who listen. I mean, you could have something on for single parents. You could have something on for cold cases and missing people. You could there's many things that you could have in programs on this radio station other than 4 hours of propaganda. Mm-hmm. It's not a show of somebody, putting somebody on the air and having topics. You have guests, you have different things. So does Dave Saltzman in the evening. Doug Saltzman in the evening. There's different guests. This is just propaganda, what we're putting on here. The Democrats, and you know me, Russ, I'm not a Democrat, but they have an hour a week. This person has 4 hours a week. And what we have to understand is you're a conservative, they're Democrats. This is MAGA. Would you be in agreement? That is this person has said in his opening that we're draining the swamp, we're going against Republicans, we're going against Democrats, we're MAGA. Mm-hmm. So MAGA now has 4 hours a week on this radio station. I mean, really, is that? I'm not making anything up.
No,
right?
you're right, and I'd love to chat some more, but I'm running behind, and I got to get my last break in.
Well, so the point of it is the station needs to sit down and look at this in coming up in the coming months and in 2026 and say, can we have programs where the people will benefit more? We have talk shows. We're operating in talk shows. That's all I have to say.
Well, I'm sure Brian's listening, and maybe he'll take a listen, and who knows? We'll go from there. All right, James, thanks for your call, but I got to run. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is What's on Your Mind. Got to take a quick little break. When we come back, 724-438-4593.
Well, warmer days are ahead, the kind of days when you'll be enjoying your deck or patio again, especially with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturers and customer guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Lifetime Awnings, 724-554-6067. Call for a no-cost or obligation home consultation or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com. Saving money when you buy a new home isn't a fantasy. It's reality at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. With up to $5,000 in instant savings during the Sign and Save sales event, it's the perfect place to find the home you've always wanted. So don't let your dream home stay a fantasy. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon today at 4500 PA 51. Terms and conditions for the Sign and Save sales event at manufacturedhomeoffers.com. Available only at participating Clayton Homes family of brands retailers through August 31st. Amount of savings may be limited. Ask for details. May not be available with certain financing. Lender restrictions apply.
Warm weather is finally here, and with it, the opportunity to upgrade your lawn or yard with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown, All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has a fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for Neutrina products and carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies too. So whether you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are looking to install an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers for you. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Attention, active and retired coal miners. Have you been screened for black lung? Here at the Black Lung Clinic at Centerville Clinics, we offer yearly screenings, diagnosis, education, and treatment options to help you live a fuller, healthier life. We provide care regardless of your ability to pay. Call Centerville Clinics today at 724-632-6801. Do it today.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Chesler's Fine Furniture is overstocked with reclining sofas and reclining love seats from America's most famous manufacturers, Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishings, and Catnapper. And right now, they put their best sellers on sale in both fabric and leather. Featured is a 3-piece sectional in fabric for $32.99, or the same model in genuine leather for $33.99. And yes, there are 2 recliners in the sectional. Chesler's has a beautiful reclining sofa in brown for $7.99 and the matching love seat for $7.49. In the Lazy Boy department, select the Morrison model, available in 5 colors for $12.99 and matching love seat for $12.49. If you need a recliner, there are models to match each group. So breathe some excitement back into your family room with Chesler's Fine Furniture's best sellers. Credit terms and delivery are available. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. We got a little bit of time left before the CBS News takes over for a little bit. Hey, just a reminder, Pirate Baseball tonight. We've got, 9:20 is pregame, 9:45 first pitch. And then tomorrow is WMBS Day at the Fair, Fayette County Fair, that is. So I'll be out there doing What's on Your Mind from the county fair tomorrow. So stop by, say hi. We'll have our prize wheel going, so you can take a quick spin on that. I think Brian's going to be out there with me. So is TJ's going to be out there, and Nick Barczyk, I believe, will be out there as well. So come on out and join us at the fair tomorrow, WMBS Day at the Fair. All righty, what else you want to chat about here? We've got about 30 seconds here or so before we got to take a break for the news. But we'll continue conversation next hour as well, whether it's on President Trump's executive order, tariffs on there, the Cincinnati fight that took place, the bill in Pennsylvania proposing to ban law enforcement from wearing masks on the job, and then also the merger between the Union Pacific Railroad and Norfolk Southern Railroad, creating a coast-to-coast train freight company. So we can talk about all of that and more next hour. CBS News is next, bringing you news from around the world, around the country, and then TJ's in here with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's going to be 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Britain's Prime Minister called a rare summertime cabinet meeting today and later declared the UK will recognize a Palestinian state in September ahead of the UN General Assembly.
No one should have a veto over our decision.
Keir Starmer said Britain has long been committed to a two-state solution, but that goal is under pressure, he said, like never before.
Now, in Gaza, because of a catastrophic failure of aid, we see starving babies, children too weak to stand, images that will stay with us for a lifetime. The suffering must end.
Starmer said Israel must agree to a ceasefire and allow the UN to bring in more aid. CBS's Deborah Patta was on a Jordanian air flight that was unlikely to have any impact on the aid situation.
The World Food Program says this is not merely enough aid. This is roughly the equivalent to one truck entering Gaza, and they need around 600 to enter every single day for a sustained period, as they are going to make any dent in this situation.
We're learning more about the suspect in yesterday's shooting in Manhattan. He asked that his brain be studied for a disease. Michael Wallace reports.
Shane Tamura of Las Vegas was carrying a note blaming his CTE on the NFL, but he took the wrong elevator and never reached the league's offices. He never played in the NFL, only high school ball. New York City Mayor Eric Adams told CBS Mornings police officer Diderol Islam was among those killed.
We lost a fine young man through this senseless act of violence.
Adams is upset Tamura had documented mental health issues, but still had a gun license in Nevada. Michael Wallace, CBS News, New York.
The extreme heat continues to bake much of the nation from the midsection east.
166 million Americans are under heat alerts today. Those feels-like temperatures can jump anywhere up to around 120 degrees.
Meteorologist Jessica Birch says it could last another few days, and Skylar Henry reports that has changed a lot of plans.
The football team at this Atlanta high school shifted practice to start at 6 a.m. to avoid running drills through dangerous heat.
It just really decreases any kind of heat illness.
Athletic director Natasha Harrigan says the school measures the wet bulb globe temperature every 30 minutes with this thermometer to gauge heat stress in the sun.
It's at 93 right now, so it's telling us that we need to get off the field.
On Wall Street, stocks are lower ahead of a Fed decision on interest rates this week. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit WVUmedicine.org/heart.
Details.
A beloved Hall of Fame Chicago Cubs slugger and second baseman has died. Jennifer Kuiper reports.
Fans and the late Harry Carey called him Rhino. The Chicago Cubs have announced that Ryne Sandberg has died following a battle with prostate cancer. He was 65. Sandberg, born in Spokane, Washington, played in parts of 16 big league seasons, almost entirely with the Cubs, including that game against the Cardinals in June 1984, as seen on MLB.
Sandberg, in the Cubs' last at-bat, has twice delivered a game-tying home run, a solo shot of the night.
Cubs executive chairman Tom Ricketts calls Ryne Sandberg a hero to a generation of Cubs fans. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News, Chicago.
A zoo in Nuremberg, Germany, has killed 12 baboons because it had too little space to house them. The decision came despite protests. The zoo claimed it examined offers to take in some of the animals, but wasn't able to make any of them work. I'm Cammie McCormick, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It is mostly cloudy and 83 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, Fayette County's personal injury attorneys since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano, sports and weather in just a bit. Fayette County Fair continues today at the fairgrounds in Dunbar. It's open till 10:30 tonight. And some of the highlights include the Diaper Derby at 5:30, the Obstacle Course at 7, and Variety Pack will perform from 8:30 to 10. The Carnival is open from 3 until 11. Regular admission is $20, and you can visit FayetteFair.com for more information. A Ligonier Township man died by suicide Saturday during a traffic stop, according to the Westmoreland County coroner today. 52-year-old Jeffrey Siraki had a self-inflicted gunshot wound 3 days after the incident along Route 30 near Baywood Road in Ligonier Township. Ligonier Valley Police initiated a traffic stop around 5 p.m. on Saturday. Police heard gunshots during the stop. Investigators have not said why police stopped the man. No shots were fired at police, and police did not fire any shots. The Pennsylvania Game Commission Monday announced the dates for Sunday hunting for the upcoming 2025 season. The commission said that from September 14th to December 7th, all Sundays in between those dates will be open to hunting. This will run through the second Sunday of firearms deer season. Game Commission officials said that migratory game bird seasons are the lone exception to the Sunday hunting dates. In addition to the new dates, the previously approved Sundays for foxes, coyotes, and crows remain in place for the 2025-26 season. The Trump administration says it's okay for federal workers to promote their religious beliefs to colleagues, display religious items in the workplace, and to pray. Tammy Trujillo has more details.
That's according to a Monday memo from the Office of Personnel Management. It calls for freedom of personal religious expression unless that expression imposes an undue hardship on operations. It also says that a worker can try to convince another person of why their religious beliefs are wrong, but must stop if asked. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 already protects religious expression in the workplace. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather next.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning. conditioning. 439-2323. 439-2323. 439-2323.
In sports, Pirates will visit the San Francisco Giants tonight. Bailey Falter is on the mound for the Bucks, who are 45-62 and have won 3 in a row. And we'll have the game on WMBS. The pregame is at 9:20 with the first pitch at 9:45. Steelers just took the practice field at St. Vincent College in Latrobe for training camp. It is free and open to the public, but you have to have a mobile ticket to attend. And the Hall of Fame game is Thursday night in Canton. The LA Chargers will take on the Detroit Lions, and we'll have the game here on WMBS starting at 8 o'clock.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
This Weather Watch is brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
Heat advisory continues until 8 tonight. It'll be partly cloudy. We could see an isolated shower or storm this afternoon, 86. Partly cloudy and 72 tonight, and partly cloudy tomorrow with a high of 91. Right now, it is mostly cloudy and 83 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano, and up next, hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
This Weather Watch was brought to you by Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. Is it time to find a home that fits your lifestyle? Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with beautiful, energy-efficient homes packed with features you've been dreaming about at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51.
If you've driven by Tireman's Auto Garage, you've probably seen all the 2-, 4-, and 6-seater golf carts. Well, they're available for sale and financing is available. Interested in running a golf cart? See Joe and Kim at Tireman's Auto Garage about daily, weekly, or monthly rentals. Tireman's Auto Garage, voted best in Fayette for tires and the best prices in town for tires with CIMA and Snap Leasing available. Mill Street, phone 724-425-9606 for Tireman's Auto Garage on Mill Street in Uniontown.
Bright Stripe, Fayette County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090 or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Here's a business looking for a customer.
Hi there.
Here's a customer looking for a business.
Hi.
And that's where the Better Business Bureau comes in. The BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. That's why 2023 IABBB research found 80% of people choose BBB accredited businesses over non-accredited ones with the same A+ letter rating. Live happily, better after. Always look for the sign of a better business because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, a part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items including jewelry and candles, deals, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
This is Attorney Joe Fishko with an important announcement. On June 1, I joined the Quattrini Law Group. We are keeping my Uniontown and Somerset offices. The new law firm will be answering my phone, and they'll be appearing on the radio show and handling most of my cases. I will remain with the firm, but I won't be handling most of my cases on a day-to-day basis. I chose to join the Quattrini Law Firm because their practice is very similar to mine. They are excellent attorneys, and they handle personal injury cases like auto, truck, and motorcycle and industrial accidents. They also handle workers' compensation, along with work-related hearing loss, Social Security disability, and veteran service-connected disability, employment discrimination, and unpaid overtime claims. So you see, everything except the veterans' claims were the things I did. Regina and I have loved representing our clients through the years, and we will miss them. But at this time in our lives, we need to move on and put our clients in who we truly feel will be the best hands.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with the open conversation. 724-438-4593. Just to kind of recap my talking points. Again, they're my talking points. If there's something else you want to chat about, again, you're welcome to call in. I'd love to chat with you about that too. President Trump issued an executive order that's kind of been overlooked. It's intended to bring back civil commitment, or the ability to put people who are a danger to themselves or others in institutions, even if it's against their will. So your thoughts about that? Year to date, tariffs have brought in about $150 billion. So far in July, and we've still got a day or two left here in July, $28 billion. January saw less than $8 billion. Also chatting about the mob attack on a couple in Cincinnati over the weekend, where police say they received just one 911 call concerning that. And people were just standing around doing nothing to intervene to help. They were just watching and taking videos. Legislators in Pennsylvania are proposing a bill that would prohibit law enforcement, both local, state, and federal, from wearing masks to hide their identities while doing their job, whether it's apprehending suspected criminals, raids on businesses or whatever, going after illegal immigrants. They're looking to outlaw that in Pennsylvania. ICE says it's necessary for the safety of their agents, that assaults on ICE agents have increased 833% in this year alone. Big merger between Union Pacific Railroad and Norfolk Southern Railroad. I know there's a lot of listeners here that work for Norfolk Southern. The deal is $85 billion in stock, buying Norfolk Southern stock for $85 billion. It will create the first transcontinental railroad by one individual company, stretching from coast to coast, and 50,000 miles of track. So that's going to be interesting to see on that. Want to go back to the tariffs here a little bit. We're going to add this part to the conversation. So Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri has introduced legislation yesterday to, send a tariff rebate to every adult and independent child in the United States. It would be $600 per adult, and in the country. So kind of similar to the stimulus checks, if you recall those back during COVID. So now, if you make a certain amount of money, $150,000 joint filing, you're gonna get a little less. So I'd mentioned that the tariff collections go into the general fund. And we talked about, going to specific things. Kind of a rebate has been brought up before. Well, now the senator has proposed the legislation. First, it has to get through the Senate. Then it has to go through the House. Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, he's not too optimistic at this point in time. But if it does, then President Trump has to sign it before you start seeing that first check. So don't get excited just yet. So there you go. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. Give me a call. Would love to chat with you. Steelers are back in training camp again today. Had yesterday off, and so they're back at it. Football is really just around the corner. You have the Hall of Fame game later this week. I think the Steelers' first exhibition preseason game is next week. So a lot of questions for the Steelers. Is Aaron Rodgers, is he going to, is there anything left there? Is he going to make it through the whole season? Running back, questions there. Najee Harris was released. So a little bit of a question mark there. TJ Watt signed a huge contract. Is he going to be worth it? So some questions moving forward. Pirates play again tonight. You can hear it here on WMBS with 9:20 pregame and 9:45 for the first pitch. They're out in San Francisco to take on the Giants, having won last night, so they're looking for 4 in a row in the victory column. So that's going on, and the Major League trade deadline is approaching. I think it's Thursday actually is the trade deadline. So are the Pirates trading? Are they sellers? They're certainly not buyers. Are they going to be sellers? They're going to get rid of some of their better ball players to teams that think they still have a shot and they're looking to bolster their lineup. So there are Pirates that saying, you know what, I want to stay here. I want to be part of good things, but the team needs to be part of that too. They can't be getting rid of all of the good guys. They have to be, part of the solution to turning things around. And I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that player's assessment. You keep getting rid of your good guys for prospects, and you're just extending the losing. Unless you have that, miracle season like the Mets did back in 1969, they got to come up with a different idea. They did a different plan. So it's not working. So, I hope, I know people are going to say they ought to be sellers, get rid of, but no, you know what? Determine who's going to be good, who you want to keep around, and go with that. Build off of that. Bring some other people in to help them. That's what I say. So anyway, your thoughts on all of that as well. All right. What else you want to chat about out there? So weather, well, the thermometer indicates it's 83 degrees. I'm sure the heat index puts it up a little higher than that. I think it's a nice day myself. I don't think it's too hot, too cold. It's one of those great days as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, okay. Hey, a lot of summer still ahead of us, though. What do you have planned? What are you still hoping to accomplish before school starts up? We've got all of August for the most part before school starts up, and still plenty of nice weather after school starts up. So what are you hoping to get accomplished so far? Get accomplished in this summer? What remains? Are you still looking at your vacation time? Maybe a day trip to go someplace, that special event that's just around the corner. So what's on your agenda for that? I can tell you there's a little bit of traveling still, day trips here and there for us over the weekends. So you might have heard me yesterday, was in Annapolis over this past weekend. I know Gettysburg is in the future. Harper's Ferry as well. That's going to be more of a fall-time excursion, but still on the horizon. So that's what we're looking at here, just some day trips still. So, yeah, there you go. Lots of good weather ahead of us still. So tariffs, we're gonna bring this back here a little bit. I don't remember where we are as far as a trade deal with Mexico and Canada. The big one, though, that everybody is still wondering about is China. China, for the most part, really is the second largest economy in the world. The U.S. wants to be able to sell its goods into China. China wants to sell its good into the United States because, again, we are the largest economy. I think, this is my own opinion, that China needs us more than we need them, or at least in the long run anyway, as more and more companies are starting to transition back to U.S. manufacturing. That becomes even more evident that they need us more than we need them. So I'm waiting to see, and I'm anxious to see. But when I say they need us more than we need them, we've got nice trade relationships with Japan. We just signed with the EU, Great Britain. We've got trade agreements with Indonesia and other Pacific Rim countries, Vietnam. So we have all that to fall back onto. I think we are going to get a deal with China, and I think it's going to be a good deal for the U.S. It's just a matter of when, not if. And gets that rolling. What does that do to, again, tariff income? I don't know. But right now, President Trump, he's befuddling all the naysayers, all these pundits that have said, oh, no, you can't do that. It's going to destroy it's going to do this. It's going to do that. Not so much. not so much. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing how the rest of negotiations go moving forward. Also, what is a little on the scary side, and I will admit that, is the whole thing with Russia and Ukraine. Where does this end? I don't know. I sometimes I'm able to see into the future somewhat and get an idea of how things might end. I have no idea how this is going to end between the U.S., Russia, and Ukraine. What happens? What happens after this new 10 to 12 day deadline that the president has put on Vladimir Putin to get to the table and seriously start talking about peace? And what happens when the deadline comes and nothing happens? And sanctions start coming down on Russia. Other countries that have been willing to trade with Russia now stop because they value trading with the U.S. and the EU more than their trade with Russia. That's, to me, that is the great unknown. What does Russia do? How do they respond? And just to remind you, the president has threatened to put 500% tariffs on any country that continues to trade with Russia, especially when it comes to energy trading, buying Russian oil, Russian gas. The U.S. and others would have to step up, for one thing, on their sales. So that's, to me, that's the great unknown. Hopefully smarter minds than mine are working on that problem and creating scenarios and how to respond to a response to the whole bit down the line. So that's what has me a little concerned right now. Hey, what's on your mind is being brought to you by Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Hicksabuzz Drugstore, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, Tireman's Auto Garage, and these fine folks.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
hi, come on in. How are you feeling?
When you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or,
serving number 3,944.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
The Somerset Trust Day and Fayette County Food Bank Day are happening at the Fayette County Fair Tuesday. Bring at least 3 canned goods and get in free until 2 p.m. The fair opens at 10 a.m. and one general admission ticket gets you everything. Heart-pounding rides, top-notch entertainment, and non-stop family fun. All for $20 at the gate. Come early and pay $17 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday's lineup has something for everyone. The 4-H Horse Fun Show kicks off the fair in the morning. The carnival rides fire up at 3 p.m. Don't miss the Diaper Derby at 5:30 p.m. For speed enthusiasts, check out the ATV and side-by-side obstacle course at 7 p.m. in the outdoor arena. Or sit back and enjoy Variety Pack, an American band bringing a bold blend of classic rock, country, and party hits starting at 8:30. Don't miss a moment of the action. Ticket and schedule details at FayetteFair.com. The Fayette County Fair, July 24th through August 2nd.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. 724-208-5281. What makes buying your next vehicle for me worthwhile? I make it a very easy 5-step process. You look, you shop, you ask, you decide. And I listen. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller fill your prescriptions, offer free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and gladly answer your healthcare questions. Flu shots, the new Moderna COVID boosters, plus Shingrix shots with your doctor's prescription are also available at Hicksonbaugh's. Call 724-437-2828. Hicksonbaugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. So it's been 28 days and counting that Pennsylvania doesn't have a budget. You know, state constitution said June 30th was the deadline to have one, and we don't have one. So monies that others depend on from the state is not coming through. So, and when I say monies that others depend on, part of that is county governments. There are things that the state legislature basically mandates the county governments to do and pay for, and then the state reimburses. One of those things is CYS, Children and Youth Services. And theoretically, the county receives quarterly reimbursement checks from the state for CYS services. Those reimbursements then are basically used to then fund the next 3 months. Whether they get that money from the state or not, those payments have to be made locally. It's paychecks, It's monies to families that are fostering. It's a whole number of things. It's supplies that get reimbursed by the state. If we're not getting, if the county's not getting the reimbursement, those supplies, those salaries, those stipends still need to be paid. And so things like that does put the county into a bind. So Governor Josh Shapiro, he likes to go on there in interviews and slam President Trump and the big, beautiful bill, saying how that's going to harm Pennsylvanians. Well, how about his lack of getting a budget is harming Pennsylvanians even more? So it'd be nice to have a governor and a legislature that did things when they were supposed to. I read something like about this is the 11th time out of the last 15 budgets hasn't been on time. Wow. Get rid of them all. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes, sir.
Fred.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, listen, why do you think President Trump says some idiotic things?
I don't know. Maybe to get attention. Maybe to cause to cause a conversation.
Okay. What I'm talking about, who in their right mind is going to pay a 500% tariff?
I'm sorry, say again?
Who in their right mind is going to pay a 500% tariff?
Well, if that's the tariff that he puts into effect, and if India or China wants to sell stuff to the United States, they're going to do it.
They're not going to pay 500% tariff.
Well, then they're not going to. Then they're not going to sell to the United States.
Exactly right.
So there you go.
Ain't nobody going to pay that. Why even throw it out there?
Well,
it's idiotic.
No, it's not. No, it's not. He's trying to end a war. He's trying to end a war and senseless killing, Fred. And if he can do that by punishing countries that are giving Russia the money to continue their part of the war of building their armaments, because Russia doesn't have an economy other than through its energy sector. And if you cut off the money that he makes from the energy sector, Putin's not going to be able to make bombs anymore.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So I mean, India is a big buyer of. Hey, Fred, take out your hearing aid, please.
But listen, I don't wear a hearing aid.
Well, then you're wearing something because that chirping is back again, and it's annoying as heck and bothering my ears. So I don't know what's on your end.
All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. It's not. I don't wear a hearing aid. I'll give you two more guesses.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Well, why would you say it's a hearing aid?
Because that's what has been suggested. So you say it's not. So whatever it is, turn it off. Because if you don't, I'm going to hang up and go to my next caller.
Okay, hold on a minute.
All right.
Hold on. You hear it now?
No.
It was my caller was running.
All right. Thank you.
Well, like I said, there you are. Insinuating there was a hearing aid.
All right, fine. So India and China. All right, it's back. I'm going, Fred. Bye. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, how you doing, Russ?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Good. This is John. I know it's kind of late for me to tell you this, but I know you're talking about different places to go a while back, and I was thinking I was up at Pontotooming. I don't know if you ever been up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say that's a suggestion too, because there's a lot of things you could do up there, and it's really a nice place. We go up there not every year, but good bit. And I just wanted to let you know it'd be another place if you may want to think about. I'm trying to find personally where it's a closer place to get on the railroad where you could see different sites like out in, how they have wilderness drives and. I just don't know if there's anywhere around here. I know they used to have one down Cartersville, but they took that out. So I don't know if there's anywhere else that does that. Do you?
You mean a scenic train?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Yeah, there used to be one you could catch here, in Uniontown or Connellsville. It would go back and forth.
Right.
Then the train started up again with the drilling, so that kind of went away. Cumberland, Maryland has a scenic train. I know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they run all the time or just certain parts of the year, John. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody told me Kingwood also, but I don't know if you've ever heard of Kingwood, West Virginia. Somebody told me they used to have one there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do.
I don't know. What's kind of neat, there is one in the state. I'm not sure exactly where it is.
Okay.
But it's not a walking trail. It's a train trail. And so, when you've seen on TV the cars that go on railroad tracks where you kind of pump the handle up and down.
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's a takeoff on that where you're actually pedaling now. So it's like a pedal tram. And
wow, that'd be fun.
Yes, and so there is a place in Pennsylvania where it's a go at your own leisure, so to speak, on a rail track. You might get pushed by the car behind you, but it does make a loop. Yeah, it does make a loop, and it's a scenic. They're usually a scenic trailway.
Wow.
So I know Cape May, New Jersey has one of those.
Wow, I'll have to find out about that.
So it's it's kind of think about the old paddle boats on a pond where you pedal it. Well, this is a paddle car on rails.
Well, I better get in shape for that.
Yeah, there you go. So I would imagine it's a little harder than pedaling a bicycle, but
yeah, you'd have to have them lateral muscles and shoulder muscles moving on that one. But also, I'll tell you something that somebody was telling me it was fun. I haven't done it yet. At Seven Springs, they got this ski lift. I guess you could put 6, 7, 8 people across it, and it takes you like up. It's not, you don't jump off like you would with skis, but it just takes you like on a tour of the area. I don't know if you've ever been on that or not, but they say it's a lot of fun. I might go up there and check that out too. Okay. Yeah, I just figured out that suggestion. I didn't know if he was up to Palmy-Taming, but it's just like, it's kind of, they got like a setting too. They got little beaches there, and it's not for ocean, but I mean, if you can't get to the ocean, that's the best thing, right?
I'll
tell you I like Deep Creek Lake too. That's another place.
Yes, yeah, Deep Creek is nice. Yeah, I have my best childhood friend. He and his family, they spend a lot of time up at Palmy-Taming on the lake fishing and camping up there.
Right, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I just thought I'd throw those things at you. And hey, I look at it this way: when it comes to war, I don't care how they stop it, as long as they stop it. You get what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Say that again. Oh, the war?
Yeah, I don't care how they stop it. Whatever they got to do to stop it, to where there's no more people getting killed, or just and end all this tension. I'm for whatever way they could do it. If it's that way, he's going to do it. Fine. Whatever way they can do it. Listen, I don't always agree with everything he says either, but if it can stop the war, hey, more power to him.
Yeah,
that's how I see
if a threat of 500% tariff is what it takes, so India's buying oil from Russia, and those sales are helping Vladimir Putin buy his armament. China buys oil and gas from Russia, so same thing. You stop those sales. Okay, India and China's still going to need the fuel. So, others are going to have to step up in their sales, whether it's the Middle East, whether it's the U.S. or other sources. I understand, but the pressure's got to be put on Vladimir Putin. He's not doing anything to stop this war, and I think he's probably feels he's at a point where he can't stop it. He can't, he doesn't want to lose face.
Right. Well, my thing is, I don't know. I heard something today was up in the I guess up in Alaska. They saw, I don't know if it was the ships or the warplanes flying around up there doing something. Russia was that? Am I getting it right? I heard a story about it. I just don't know which one it was.
Well, there's only about like 17 miles that separate the USSR and Alaska in the Bering Straits.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it's not that Russia does it all the time, but they do test
our defenses occasionally up there.
Yeah, I just, Russ, the thing is with him, I don't trust him any way you look at it. It's a scary, even if we do that, you just still don't know what this guy's going to do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's scary. All right, buddy, that's all I have to say, and you have a great day, buddy.
All right, John, you too. Thanks for your call.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ.
Yes,
Bill,
sir.
how you doing today,
Good,
sir?
Bill, you?
I can't complain. Thank you very much for asking. Enjoyed your conversation today. A couple of things. You talk about people not calling 911. We have that problem in my area also. People refuse to call 911. And I believe probably one of the biggest problems with that is that they think that they are going to have their name put out over the air on the police scanners and what have you. That doesn't happen. That it may happen occasionally, but majority of the time it will not happen. If you call about something going on down the street, chances are that's not going to happen. They're not going to tell you that Bill called and said there's a fight going on down the street or whatever. And if you want to talk to a police officer personally and ask them to stop by, all you got to do is give a call, take your number, whatever it happens to be, and they'll call the particular officer on the radio and say, John Doe, you have a phone call for you to make. They'll call the 911 center, and they'll get you information and go from there.
Okay.
But I think that's one of the biggest problems, and I see it where I live out in the valley here all the time. I mean, it's unbelievable some of the stuff that goes on that people won't even report. They'll call us. I'm clear in Westmoreland County shopping, and they'll call me on a phone for something going on here in town. Like, I can't call from where I'm at because, number one, I won't get my county 911 system to do it. I'll get somebody else's.
Yeah.
So it's not going to help me to call anybody. And one other quick thing, too. You were talking about the couple getting beat up. I guess it was in Cincinnati. I just heard about it on your show, and I'm sorry to hear that. I hope they're okay. But I seen that in Pittsburgh here a few years ago. A bunch of us are coming back from a Steelers game. Now, I don't know if it was an opponent's fan getting his butt kicked or what, but, I mean, they were not wasting any time on this guy. He was just, there's 4 or 5 of them. And there was people walking by like, oh, look at that guy getting beat up, and they keep on walking. And yes, I was one of them.
Yeah.
So I didn't do anything either. But again, I don't know what you who these guys are. I'm not going to bother them guys. There's, 4 or 5 of them gang up on me, and that ain't happening. But, the 911 thing, I think that's just a lot of people just afraid to call. Some people
You might be right, yeah. And I think a lot of it, too, is, no need for me to call. Somebody else has already called on
Exactly. And somebody might say, what's the area code? There is no area code. It's 911. Okay, Russ, I thank you very much for your time, so you have a great day.
You too.
You're quite welcome. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Hey, got to take a quick little break. When I come back, you and I together, we'll close out hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with more phone calls. Both lines are open, no waiting. 724-438-4593.
It's a day that ends in Y, so it's a day that you might decide you don't want to cook. That means it's the perfect day to order Fat Angelo's. Offering delicious pizzas, salads, hoagies, strombolis and calzones, wings, and more. And with 12 locations across the area ready to serve you, today is the day to visit FatAngelosPizza.com, where you can quickly and conveniently find your local shop and place your order online. Or get the local phone number and give them a call. Order up!
Are you looking for personalized healthcare you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lutzka, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available, too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Laurel Ridge Eye Care reminds us that vision problems may develop so slowly you don't even notice until you find yourself reading less and straining to focus. If that's happening to you, call Dr. Aaron Sobel at Laurel Ridge Eye Care for a complete vision exam. If there's one thing you shouldn't overlook, it's your vision. Laurel Ridge Eye Care and board-certified ophthalmologist Dr. Aaron Sobel remind you that early detection of eye disease can help prevent blindness. Their complete vision exams can help determine if you are developing problems. Laurel Ridge Eye Care offers full-service medical, surgical, and laser eye care with cataract surgery performed at Uniontown Hospital. Don't take chances with your eyes. Schedule your appointment today by calling Laurel Ridge Eye Care at 724-437-2222. That's 724-437-2222. All insurances are accepted, as well as Visa, MasterCard, and debit card at Laurel Ridge Eye Care, 130 West Fayette Street in the former Hockey Funeral Home.
Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling are the ones to call when you need a dumpster. Red Rooster offers fast, friendly service and provides medium-sized dumpsters that will fit your needs, whether it's a general remodeling project, emptying a house, or doing a summer or fall cleanout. Just call Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling at 724-569-0337 for rates and availability. Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling in Smithfield also offers a 5% military discount. Call 724-569-0337 and look for the Red Rooster.
Find your place in the sun for fun this summer with First Federal of Greene County. Dreaming of a backyard refresh? Leverage your existing home equity or ask about a home improvement or home construction loan. We'll help you dive into any new project, a swimming pool, patio, outdoor kitchen, even a new driveway or garage. Whatever floats your boat. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. Let's get another call here.
Hello, welcome to the show.
Yeah, Russ, this is Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
We're going to try to go for 3 in a row, but I don't think it's going to happen.
All right, well, you got to be quick because I got another call on here, too. I want to get in.
Okay, in the first hour, James called, and he talked about how many hours on this station are spent on conservative views and MAGA views compared to 1 hour of the Democratic Party. That's one thing. I doubt Morozak's going to do anything about it. Second, Fred, who called, and you said it was his hearing aid, and you got it from somebody. And he said he doesn't wear a hearing aid, and he opted you to give him take 2 guesses of what it is, and you literally hung up on the guy.
Yeah, because whatever the noise was still there. I gave him the opportunity to shut it off. It didn't work. It was bothering me. I shut it off, and I'm moving on just like I am now, Bill. Thanks for your call. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ, about the 911, I think the reason why a lot of people don't call 911 unless it's an emergency or very exactly, a lot of people are afraid of lawsuits and they don't want their names to be mentioned and everything. And this is a different world we're living in. It's an upside down world. It's not like when I was younger, like in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, when you see a fist fight in the middle of the street, somebody would help and break it up sometimes. A group of people would, and now today you got these crazy people. They would take pictures, and nobody wants to get involved. Although they have video cameras and see a fight and don't do nothing about it. They just send somebody else to do it. And this is an upside-down world we're living in. Mm-hmm. It's sad that we come to this state of affair.
Yeah.
That there's too much media and too much nonsense out there that it's not like it used to be. And now it's just everything's media. And there's no moral values today. People have no respect for others. And there's no prayer on the dinner table and the family union together. And we can go on and go on, but it's sad the way the world is in today's society. And I wish we could just go back to that world, like when I was young, when I was growing up. It was bad back then, but we had values. We had the prayer on the dinner table. We had prayer in school, and now kids don't know who the mom and dad is, or they run around the streets for the drug problem. Of course, we had it back then in the old days, but it's gotten worse and worse now. Today, it's just people getting killed over snap their finger over crazy stuff. It's sad.
It is. All right. Hey, Bob, I got to run, but thank you for a call. I appreciate it.
Take care, yeah.
You have a good one.
All right. I need to point something out here real quick. What's on Your Mind is a station-produced show, and I'm an employee of the station. When it comes to the Hillbilly and the Democratic Hour, they are bought time. They pay for that, and Hillbilly is for actually 3 shows, 6 hours. Democratic Hour 1. Democratic Hour, if they pay the money, they're more than welcome to have an additional 5 hours of programming. If you have a better idea for a show, I encourage you to have a conversation with Brian. Start your own show. That's what I say about that. Hey, CBS News is next, followed by TJ with the Local. This is WMBS Uniontown. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is issuing an ultimatum to end the war in Gaza.
I can confirm the UK will recognise the state of Palestine.